Hey everybody, I am Captain Tommy Scoville and you are on the lifeboat. What's happening? So this, people, is an unusual show. All right? I want you to do me a favor. That's what I want. Gypsy Daisy, good to see ya. Rick Spicer, good to see you. Beans Brown, how you doing? Michelle Hall, good to see you. Beans Brown, got your new avatar. I dig it. I like the lion, man. I really do. Love Mama Bear. Hi. Huckleberry Crabgrass Calhoun. Good to see you. Pajama Pixie. What's happening? April Conlon. Tara. Smiling. I love unusual. All right. Spit. Good to see you. You know why you love unusual, right? It's all of that sweet dopamine, right? Tanya D. Good to see you. Rhonda. Scooby. Petrazi. Good to see you from Kentucky. Lumen. What's happening? Lisa. To go get some... I'm back in the saddle. In fact, these are the exact same kind, and I got them in bulk. I was smart enough to stock up. Midnight Show, good to see you. Glad that you're here. Squirrel is in the basket, people. Squirrel is running. Second live in a row, says Beth O'Toole. Working on a streak? Well, guess what? It's about to get better. Check this out, too. Well, look at that. That's a little pre-show kitty. Look at that girl. We are a dose of rose. Love that name. Love that name. Dennis the Menace, glad you're here. Miss D, glad you're here. Anik Alexander. I want to tell you something, Anik. Every once in a while, somebody, you do something and you work with somebody and they overshoot your expectations. And you know what? In all honesty, the other way around happens really, really often. When it goes bad, we hear about it all the time. But when someone comes in and they're killing it and they're just doing fantastic, sometimes that doesn't get enough of the praise. But I'll tell you what, Anik Alexander is killing it. Absolutely killing it. And just really happy with everything she's doing. I shall not. Who told you that squirrel colors her fur? She does not. We're safe. No, people, this one is a little different. This is an actual, I want your help. I want your help. And I don't do this very often. I don't. Virginia, good to see you. Millie, good to see you. Koala Crafts, you're saying, why don't you just get to it, Tommy? Christian, Amber, Vanessa, good to see you. Cindy Plumley, glad you're here. I'm stringing this along, people. Just Pauline, good to see you. Glad that you're here. And I'll tell you why. I want the audience to get a little bit bigger before I start. Creepy old lady. I got a creepy old lady named Cocaine Katie who embroideries on my jeans. All right. Andrew, the heat seeker Boyle, I got something for you, brother. I do. Got it all worked out. I got somebody heading in your direction from here. Yeah, I got. I'll send you something this afternoon to let you know what I'm talking about. All hail Queen Squirrel. See, somebody gets it. Tanya D says, take all the time you need. Well, it's good that you say that because I'm going to ask for a little of yours. Hello, Hannah Banana. I'll say it again. Jennifer, what's happening? I called my niece Hannah Banana from the time that she is really a little girl. And to this day. In fact, she was such a little girl that she used to stand in my hand. I know I got big paws. Ooh, look at that. Dirty Mouse. Love that. Love that, love that, love that. Bizzle. Good to see you, Biz. Hey, did I did some of those embroideries. Uh-oh. You oh, that is too funny. Creepy old lady, you just made my day, man. I'm not lying to you. I kind of want to call you Katie, but you just made my day. Cherish high vibes. Yo, what's up, Tommy? Okay, well, I'll tell you what's up. Here's how it works. Mark Harmon says, Tommy, thank you for giving me the courage to identify and address the self-destructive addiction in my life, getting the help I need. You did that, Mark. You did that. I promise you. I ain't taking any of that. That's on you. That's on you. The mistakes we've had around here have been on me. You hear that? They're on me. They're not the fault of the person that was involved. I made a terrible decision. And if everything had worked out perfectly, it still would have been a terrible decision. For those who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. For those who do not, that's okay. But I have said, start a channel. Get that baby up and off the ground. Get a channel. Hit record. You don't have to be good at it. You got to start it. And then I said, and if you build a channel, if you build it, they will come. If you build a channel, I'm going to promote the thing. But there is a method to my madness. I'm going to tell you what it is in a minute. Hi, I see in the background you have a Star Trek uniform, sir. Can I ask about the background information? I buy, sell, and repair watches, primarily vintage, right? So I end up at a lot of auctions. And I was at an auction that sold memorabilia. I was there trying to buy someone's watch, like a famous person's watch. Didn't work out. Went for a hell of a lot more money than I thought it was going to. That, however, was for sale. And that is a shirt that William Shatner actually wore in the show, not the movie. And there are a decent amount of them. There's a bunch that he didn't wear, but there are some that were worn and they have this certificate and all that. And I didn't buy it for me. I bought it for one of the first people on the boat that really, really, really helped build the boat. And she's not here as much as she'd like to be because she suffers with a lot of health issues. And our thoughts and prayers are always with Lady Crispin. But that shirt is hers. And eventually she's going to come and take it off that wall and carry it home. And when she does, I will be very happy for her to do that. The original show. Thank you. Yes. I look marvelous today, says Abby Normal, and I feel marvelous today. So if you build a channel, I'm going to help you build that channel. I am. I promise. Yeah. That channel is providing connection. You don't have to do it like I do it. In fact, that probably is a bad idea if you try to do it like I do it, right? I'm working with a whole lot of brain damage. Seventh Son, good to see you. I'm working with a whole lot of time spent doing things I shouldn't have done. Everybody brings a different, right? But it's not a zero-sum game. There can't be enough channels providing connection. So none of you, if your thought is, oh, I'd hate to do that to Tommy because I'd beat competition, well, then you've lost it. You haven't heard what I'm saying, right? I want to promote you. I want to promote your channel. Now, I just said to you, I made a mistake letting somebody do something I should never have done. It was a mistake. I don't promote channels until I'm really comfortable with them. If you have a channel, right, and you're doing shows right now, if you ever notice that the number looks more than the number of people who are commenting, there's usually people there that are just watching, right? You got people who are just watching. And I watch at a lot of meetings, I promise you. Sorry. I am 4 days. Woo! 4 days is the hardest 4 days you got, baby. Those first 4, that, my brother or sister, is fantastic. That's huge, man. Absolutely huge. Super proud of you. Super proud of you. Now, once I've gone over and watched what you're doing on your show, and I feel like I can send people over there, then I'm gonna make a big freaking deal about it, right? Because if I think a show has gotten to the point where I can send people there and feel good about the work that they're doing, well, then a couple of things need to happen. Number one, they need 1,000 subscribers. Plain and simple. Number two, they need 4,000 hours of watch time. And I know that when I needed 4,000 hours of watch time, the people on the lifeboat did incredible things. To this day, I don't know how they did it. I swear to you, there weren't enough people. There were not enough people. The funny thing is, all of the haters said, the only reason he's doing lives is so he can get to that 4,000 hours. The second monetized, the lives are over. Because, it's different when Man, they've been wrong on every single friggin' thing they said since they got started. It's so much fun. Needing a meeting is there. Needing a meeting is there. Been to a bunch of them. By the way, huge shout out to Cosmic Christie. Huge shout out to a lot of other people. But Christy and my daughter Cedar have really worked their butt off to get that server, Discord server up and running. Anik's helped, but the heavy lifting, truthfully, was done by my daughter and by Cosmic Christie, and was not asked to. I think Cedar may have deputized you, but I didn't. And so many people have come forward. Hello, Risen Temple. So many people have come forward to step up and start taking things and running with them. And people who have just been people than I've met in other places. We're gonna be meeting. You understand? I'm meeting all of you people. I don't care what I got to do. We're gonna do this. I promise. Talking to people every day about it. It's happening. It's happening. What do you think of that? It's happening. We're putting it together. Needing a meeting is great. Carol and Cosmic are amazing, to be sure. To be sure. And my friend Christy is there as well. It is a great channel. You understand? It's also consistent. And I'll be really honest with you, people. I don't do a whole lot to promote shows that are not consistent. Right? Because if you're working through something tough, then we want to make sure that you are consistent, right? Illinois is locked, by the way. The big ones, don't trip. We're going to Illinois. Grip, you and I will spend a day together, I promise. That is happening. Well, there's a lot going on. Now, hold on. I almost had it. Oh, man. I hate it when somebody burns me with one of those things that looks like it's something and then it turns out to be something else. Needing a meeting is going live right now. You hear me? Needing a meeting is going live right now. And I would like all of you to go over and I would like you to hit subscribe. I'm not doing this for any other reason other than the fact that they earned it in more than one way. We had a very uncomfortable situation. You want to talk about uncomfortable? We had an uncomfortable situation. It was not something you want to have to deal with. And I had to. And it's a he said, she said kind of a thing. And there was a lot of it going on. Involved in this, whether they wanted to be or not, were the ladies at Needing a Meeting. And for the first time on planet Earth, I had a group of people that didn't want to put in their 2 cents. I had a group of people that didn't want to say, well, this person did this or that person. I wouldn't have known anything from them. And that is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my life. Right? They didn't want to do anything that was going to cause anyone strife. Wow, it goes against human nature, right? Especially if you think someone is out there saying something about you and not even defending yourself. That's a hard thing to do. Take my word for it. It's a hard thing to do. It is a hard thing to do. Lori Hart, am I proud of you? I am glad to hear that you're doing it with medical supervision, and I am proud of you. What do you think of that? I'm proud of you because of how you said it. Hey, I'm starting on antidepressants tomorrow. I did a show once called, Hey, I'm mentally ill. Because I am. I'm sorry, Needing a Meeting is live in about 35 minutes. That's right. That is right. Which is good because I would not have come here to do a meeting if they were actually going live at the top of the hour. I timed this so that we could hang out and I could brag about these people. I'm not doing this to be kind. Make no mistake. I'm not doing this to be kind. I'm doing this because they have proven that this is a very good show. And I probably should have helped a couple of weeks ago. It's been pretty obvious for a while. I'm not going to lie to you. There's something so nice about going over and having a smaller size group, right? I know that probably sounds stupid. Everybody in the world would like to have 2,000 people in their live chat. But you know what? As soon as you do, you're going to go, I remember when it was like 6 of us and someone would say, I'm hurting, and everybody would know everybody's name. And it was just like, it was like being in group therapy with 6 people. It was beautiful. It was magical. And I love all of those people to this day. I love them. They are brothers and sisters of mine and will be forever. Clarette Landsman, good to see ya. Glad that you're here. KCG, a lurker, huh? Hey, Lori, we see ya. About a 1 for you. Like Family says, oh, Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. If you're new here, the 1 says, we are supporting you. For some people, it means they're going to say a prayer. For others, it means they're just going to think positive thoughts in your direction, right? It means something different to everybody. But it's support one way or the other. I'm a prayer myself. But I'm not pressuring anybody to do anything except be kind to one another. I'll pressure you for that all day long. And I don't ask for favors. I promise you I don't. Go back and find how many favors you can find that I've asked for. It's not what I do. I really don't. And I try to accommodate them. If someone says, hey, can you do a show about? I really want to. It's something I really want to do. All the way from South Africa. Clarette. We actually have a lot of South Africans, which I love. I think that is so cool. You know, I remember the first time that I saw somebody that was a subscriber and they were outside the US, and I was like, what the hell? Like, how did this person find me? Like, how did this even happen, right? Hey, SBTV Tattoo Warrior, please give Reese a big hug on behalf of everyone on the lifeboat, right? Tell her that Tommy Scoville says hello. Tammy, this is a recurring theme on the lifeboat. I'm not joking. If bad things start to happen and friction starts to happen on the lifeboat, I can almost figure out who's wrong because they're going to be yelling the loudest. I'm not joking. We tend to have a group of people here that really do try to calm down and talk through things. And the ones that aren't are probably not in the best of, anyway. Resident Temple says, Aaron is how I found you. Do me a favor, everybody, and keep Aaron in your thoughts and prayers, right? This has really laid him out, people. Food poisoning, this is a long time food poisoning, and I'm concerned about my friend. So thoughts and prayers going out for him. And I know he's reached out to people, not me personally, and I wouldn't expect him to, honestly. But the fact that he's reached out to some of his closest compatriots makes me feel really good. So thoughts and prayers for him. That's good. Reese said she was really, really sick. I had a chance to talk to her. He is still sick. Last I heard at Resident Temple, he was not feeling well. So Jerry Rook says, I found Ron through you. That is not something he hears very often, but all of you today are going to find needing a meeting through me. And if you like the lifeboat, right? If you like the connection that takes place in this format, people coming together and honestly looking out for one another, right? All of that caring stuff. If you dig that, then you're going to love needing a meeting. You really are. Now, by way of full disclosure, they will talk about some heavy stuff. And that should make you happy. Right? This heavy stuff is how we fix things. I did a show this morning. I said, I am going to change the world. And I promise you people, this is my goal. I want to bring it back. I like the way it was. Right? Miradira. Perfect example. Miradira. I can actually see because of the size of the avatar. I can actually see it. Doesn't always happen. And you are a beautiful woman. How do you like that? I am not doing anything wrong, but you are a beautiful woman. And I would like a world where we can say that. Not creepy, but just the ability, because you know what, damn it, we all feel crappy about ourselves. I would like very much to be able to say, hey, man, you look great. I'm bringing it back. So if you want to yell at me, you can, but I'm bringing it back. Wasn't sure I'd share this, but I'll do it here for the boat. When we met, you noticed the watch on my wrist. Not sure if you noticed what's on my arm. I've been opiate free since February 11th, 2011. Life can and does get better. Since 2011, February 11th, 2011. Good stuff, my man. Great watch collection too. Good stuff. Love that. Love that, love that, love that. People, if you have not subscribed here, right, check to see if you're here. Tampa B, man, good to see you. Check to see if you are subscribed here because it's kicking people off left and right. Narcoleptic, right? That's exactly what I thought. He said, Split, man, that is motivating. This happens with connection, right? You're motivated by the dude not sitting in the chair. We win, right? We're doing this right. Kristen, you look beautiful today, by the way. Sherry, as do you. Millie, looking great. Looking great. Midnight show, join it. Looking great. Sorry, people. I liked it the way it used to be. For real. It's kind of sad that as we get older, we need to hear a little more. Hey, you know what? You look great. Because as we get older, we start looking back and thinking that, you know what? There was a time, people, right? There was a time where I looked a lot more like a Greek statue than I do today. Today, I look like an old guy. I was trying to look like a statue, right? You can get abs and they're still going to wrinkle, right? It's just part of it, life. And it is what it is. But we could use a little bit more pick me up. Tampa B, beautiful, beautiful human being inside and out. Unbelievable. Lisa says YouTube wouldn't dare unsubscribe. You know what? They unsubscribed 7th Son the other day. Lisa, you look beautiful today, by the way. So I want to see all of you over on Needing a Meeting. I want all of you there. I want this channel monetized, people. You hear me? I want this channel monetized. And I don't want it monetized so they can get rich. If you're new to this, right? Trust me when I tell you, I'm not doing this so that the people at Needing a Meeting can get rich. I'm telling you this because I would like to see them take on the big red button as a partner. Because that's what happens. And I very distinctly remember taking on the big red button as a partner, and it changes. Yeah, it absolutely changes. They have a vested interest in you, right? And once you get monetized, it's about getting pushed a little further. It's about, honestly, finding more connections. If you're coming to YouTube to get rich, scratch off lottery tickets are probably a better bet. Dixie says, I kind of wish that I had worn sunscreen every day, exercised more. Yeah, we all wish. Wish I hadn't smoked for 35 years. Oh, well, at least I quit smoking. Good for you. That's what I'm talking about. And by the way, you look beautiful. So, pretty happy about that as well. Kelly, B69, looking good. Dom's mom, I'm glad you're here. Tommy, will do it. Stir thing just blows me away. Your hair is turning gray and I'm no longer dyeing it. And I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it. I got news for you. All of those guys that you used to look at back when you thought you were really, really hot before you got older, we all got old too. One of the funniest things I ever saw, I was watching a concert from a band that never really was particularly popular. I don't know. I'm not even going to bring it up because some people will just hack on it. I don't feel like hearing it. But I was watching an old band that had been around a long time. And Somebody came out, and when he first walked out on stage, he went like this. And he looked out in the lights like that, and he went, "Holy hell, have you people gotten old?" And I laughed so hard, right? Because when the musicians walk out on stage, right? Like Mick Jagger walks out on stage, and you go, "Damn, right? They look old," because people who are famous, we assume they're going to stay exactly the way they look forever, right? You see someone and you go, "Oh my God, they got older." I got news for you. You did too, right? It's just they're not looking at you every day. Fog, that's not a bad guess. Even if that's not right, it's a hell of a guess. But you see where I'm going. First comment. Oh, I'm not having that. KCG, number 2 months. Am I familiar with Too Mad? I do not believe that I am. Shazbot. That's got to be a reference, no? I'm glad that you are here. Could that be a Mork reference? My wrinkles remind me of everything I've been through. Badges of wisdom. I look great. Thank you. I feel great. I feel great. Tell you what, I'm going to tell you who that band was in person. So you come up to me and ask me, and I know you're going, "I'm not going to meet you in person." Oh, yeah, you are. There's tons of people in the chat that already have. On this connection thing, people, I'm going to take it a hell of a lot more seriously. The longer we go, I promise you, the more I'm going to take it. Rest in peace. Robin Williams. Amen. Hold on one second. Dom's mom says, off topic. Kayla Montgomery, she testified this week and looked doped up. And a few of us are wondering if they would have given her something to calm her nerves, or it could be dope, or would they have her on Suboxone or something like that, since she is a H addict? Curious what the process is typically. Now, heroin addicts can get Suboxone inside. However, heroin addicts have a real hard time getting high on Suboxone. It is almost impossible. I have not seen the clip that you're talking about. If she was visibly high, she was kind of doing the nodding out thing, that's probably dope. I mean, I know you think, well, it's going to be, they're in jail. No, dope's not hard to get. I promise. It's not hard to get. If you can get money sent to somebody's books, I don't care where you are on planet Earth, you're going to be able to get dope. That's the world we live in. I promise you. Prisons, they're not hard to get dope in. In fact, they are a little easier to get dope inside than outside, because the dope dealers, talking slow and heavy eyes, slow blinking, probably doing this number too, a lot of this, right? One of the affectations of that, the drug, is that you start to itch. And if I can address, can someone please just let me know if you have addressed the death of Too Mad? I have no idea who that is. No idea. So I'm guessing I have not addressed it. And I apologize. I don't know who that is. I'm so sorry. I will try to look it up, but I do not know who that is. Cooking with the grandma says, looked more like a benzo look to me, Tommy. She had a flat affect and no itching. Then it very well could be. Benzos are also a downer. You understand? Both of these are downers. Now, they're very different because one, although it takes you down, is by definition an opiate, right? Which is a painkiller. But they're certainly not uppers. They do bring you down. They're not technically a downer, but it is definitely in that direction. It's not coke. It's not meth, right? It's not any of those. You're on a replay crew. Not right now. You're not. Right now, you're live. You are live. He was a gamer and he was 23. I will look into this. And I am sorry for your loss. I am sorry for your loss. And I am, if it's being brought up here, it's a really good chance that it is probably being assumed then that, was it drug related? I am so sorry to hear that. And I'm sorry for your loss. I was talking to someone today. There has not been a day in 24 where somebody has not written the lifeboat to say, right. And I told someone the other day, I said, I think there's been 3 days. There hasn't been. I went back. There literally has not been a day. Hey, look at this. Reese is on a plane to Seattle. So nice to watch our sweet little meerkat today. Well, I think I'm feeling very cute today, and I'm taking that compliment. I'm working on those, And Tampa Bay, I don't know how I did that. Rabbit has postings on her community page. KCG, I will go over there and check that out. I promise. I promise. And if someone 24 is gone, I'm so sorry. I really am. Such a bad description. I'll keep it real, people. I really will. I'll keep it 100% real. I spend a decent amount of time waffling back and forth between being very, very happy and being very, very bummed out. Right now, I am very, very happy. And the reason is, all right, Reese, you be safe. People are praying for your safe travel, I promise. So you take care of yourself and be safe. So this was a content creator that your children follow, you said? I am hurting for you, and I mean that. I can't stand watching drugs do what they're doing. KCJ, don't apologize for being direct on the lifeboat. I talk about, look, for the entire first 2 years of the lifeboat, I did not get a green light on any video I did because I don't play the game. I say cocaine, I say suicide, I say all the things you're not supposed to. And it gets us demonetized. But how am I going to have a conversation with any credibility where I say the H stuff or the brown stuff, right? And people are going, hash, heroin, what are we doing that's brown? No. I'd rather not play the game. So I call it cocaine. I call it heroin. I call it what it is. And eventually, someone down there that wasn't a computer got a good look at what we were doing. And now everything gets monetized. Now everything is green because they realize that I'm here to tell people not to do drugs. I'm going to research the gamer that your friend followed. I'd like to know how this person died. The sad thing is, in the world that we live in today, when I hear that someone is dead, my first thought is, I bet they overdosed. And that's a crappy world to live in. Isn't it? Dom's mom, 725. Cooking with grandma says, same. I'm in recovery, 5.5 years clean from H. And clear, by the way, right? Tough combo, and it wrecked my life. Almost lost it all. So grateful I got my life back. Everybody hear that? I got my life back. Danny Mitchell says, news said it is a probable OD. And I am not surprised. I don't know the person, and I'm not being disparaging in that way. But here's what's going to happen. Currently, the dope is coming across the border unabated. And I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. It's got nothing to do with that. It doesn't. I went down to Mexico 2 weeks ago, bought inhalers because I can get them for next to nothing without having to deal with all of the other BS. $8 instead of $50. But this could have been fent because nobody touched us or looked at us. Going across, coming back, nothing. And people, I'm not new to this. I've made trips like that my entire life. Boy, oh boy, it used to be scary. It's not anymore. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to say anything that's really going to scare you, but yesterday we were talking about how we had heightened security risk across it. Well, I'm not surprised. Because if I could have been carrying a backpack full of dope, then I could have been carrying a backpack full of whatever. I promise you, they're doing nothing. Nothing. And I filmed one. You can go back and watch. Alan Ballantyne went with me. Alan can tell you how hard we were harassed. He was a little blown away by it. They just went like this. This one, people, please. It's for my friend Reese and her travel. Her family, her husband, and her son are with her as well. I also know that SPTV Tattoo Warrior is getting ready to see her. So just for everybody traveling today, right? That's prayers. And that's frightening. I'll tell you what else. There are currently in the United States, depending on who you want to believe, even by the nicest of standards, they're talking about 195-ish people a day overdosing every single day in this country. Now, that's a lie. That's a lie because it is a much higher number than that. It is closer to 300 people a day. Trust me, do the math. It adds up. 300 people a day. It is the number one cause of death in the United States of America between the ages of 18 and 50. You get that? That means your kids, your grandkids, your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, everybody you know is more likely to die doing dope than any other way. Car wrecks, anything. Because it's the number one cause of death from 18 to 35. You know what that means, right? It means we're under attack. But I'm not going to go down that road. I've done 100 shows on them, right? I've done 100 shows on that. I might have done more than that. Today, I'm here to talk about love. I'm not here to talk about anything else, man. Today, I'm here to talk about love. I'm here to talk about people pulling in the right direction, not the opposite one. A rough couple of days, and it's over. Right? Here's what I want us to do. I want us all. There's 337 of us, right? 337 of us. Stay spirit. Thank you for your patience with me. My cognitive decline. You've been very patient with me. And I'm sorry for a few errors, and you know what I'm talking about. Thank you. You're a very kind person. Gypsy. Does it feel nice to come to a place where people say, hey, I'm here for you? Gypsy Daisy. Good to see you, Gypsy Daisy. I want all of us. Sandy McKenna, I've been bragging about you all day. She says, we got your bag, Tommy. She means it. I promise you. She means it. Proving it. Hey, Jody. I know it's brutal, but you're getting there. And what you're doing is epic. Tapering off of an opiate, it's epic. It's one of the most difficult things. I've never been able to do it once in my life. So I am wildly impressed. Hi, Tommy. Just have to say what you are doing is so important and awesome. You are a true rock star. You know what? I'm going to say thank you so much. Thank you. I feel like what I'm doing is important. I really do. But my brother's the rock star. Straight up. You can tell him I said that. I mean, holy hell, I'm seeing it, man. Johnny really is a rock star these days. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Michigan Mama says, opiate withdrawal sucks. Hang in there. You know what? It's nice to be around people who know that it sucks, doesn't it? Steve Molesky, you better not be putting any effort out, brother. I mean it. If you are in this audience, you better be not talking, and you better just be. Tampa B says cognitive decline is hot. You know what? I'm going to take that and I'll put that up there. Damn right. I make this look good. Tampa B, man, I love you. I love this. 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 I couldn't stop opiates without medical intervention. No way. Guess what? I couldn't either. Didn't work. You say, well, maybe you didn't try enough. I don't know. After about 2,000 tries, I just thought, I feel like I've given it a decent try. Right? Tell you what, though, medical intervention. Now, I made it 5 years clean with no medical intervention. I was just miserable. And every single minute of every single day, I spent white knuckling it and doing this one. And then I had an opportunity to try Suboxone, low dose Suboxone. I take about 2 milligrams a day. And I do not think about that drug anymore. There are people who like to judge me and say that I'm not sober. You can say I'm not anything. If it makes you happy, knock yourself out. If you say it rude here, chances are either a gal or a dude is going to hit you with a wrench and we're never going to see you again. So knock yourself out. However, I'm here today to celebrate a couple of things, okay? I'm here to celebrate. Gene, thank you so much. Love and connection is everything. Does anyone want to argue that point? Honest to God. Does anyone want to argue that point? Thank you for the warm welcome and for holding this space for us recovering dope heads. Hey, no problem. First time in your chat. I'll be back. Much love and respect. We really hope you come back. And there is another channel. I'm heading over there. I'm heading over there right now. I'm hoping to be a guest. It's called Needing a Meeting. And there are 338 of us here. So I assume there's going to be at least 338 of us over there, right? Because you're just going to watch some more of us. I introduce you to some of my friends. And then we're going to get that puppy monetized. If you're a friend of mine online, I absolutely will help people do that when I know that what they're providing for people is connection. All right? So you know where we're going, right? Everybody, anybody unclear on this? I will see you over at Needing a Meeting shortly. All right? And I think I just saw Tommy Sticks. Hey, Tommy, it's an honor to have you here, my brother. I mean that. We are heading over right now to Needing a Meeting. I will see you all over there. I probably have to get in the green room, so there's going to be a little bit of a downtime. I look forward to seeing all of you over there. Hit the subscribe button. This is another place for connection. I love this boat too, Lisa. And we're gonna go see another part of it. I'm not joking, because this group, I am really happy to say, has got as much lifeboat in it as any lifeboat I've ever come across, mine included. So pretty damn proud of where we're heading right now. I will see you over this very moment at Needing a Meeting. And by the way, Johnny Scoville's a fan. That right there is a cat in a basket. Look at that paw hanging out. And Squirrel will be heading over to Needing a Meeting as well. Oh, look at that. On demand. Oh, no. I'm sorry, people. Are you seeing this? No. Oh. I love it when cats clean their faces. Come on, don't leave us hanging. All right, I think she might be back just to paw. Oh, no, here we go. We done? Yeah, we're a good kitty. All right, everybody. Needing a Meeting. No questions. We'll see you there. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm Captain Tommy. Needing a Meeting. See you soon.